So welcome students to Learning Point. Today again we are going to continuing with our chapter second, that is forms of business organization, with the topic partnership and particularly topic partnership deed. So in this video we are going to cover the partnership deed meaning and its content, its importance, and further that in what type the partnership deed can be. So moving on with the first slide. So students, in this slide we will be talking about the meaning of the partnership deed. As in the previous videos I have already discussed its meaning, that how it basically establishes a partnership firm, as this is the first document being signed by the partners to establish a partnership firm. So let's start with its meaning first. Partners establish a partnership firm through a partnership deed as a legal document. A partnership deed is an agreement between the partners of a firm that outlines, that specifies the terms and conditions of the partnership that is applicable on them during the duration of the partnership firm. So basically, what do you mean by the partnership deed? It is an agreement which is being signed by the partners, that these are the terms and conditions which will be applicable on them during the particular duration of the partnership firm, as basically this gives the better understanding of the operations being done in the partnership firm. It gives the clarity to the partners regarding their various terms, that is in what ratio they will get the profit, in what ratio they will bear the losses, what amount of salary each partner will get, what amount of interest each partner will get on their capital being contributed by them, and in situation of admission of a new partner, in situation of a death of a partner, or in situation of a retirement of a partner, how the sacrificing ratio or how the gaining ratio will be applicable in that particular situation. It basically describes all these terms and conditions in a better way, and it brings clarity among the partners regarding all the terms and conditions which will be applicable during the duration of the partnership firm. So I think you all have understood the meaning of the partnership deed. Basically it is the legal document, it is the agreement which. So in this slide students, we will be talking about the forms of the partnership deed, that in what forms the partners can sign the partnership deed. Basically there are two forms students. First is the oral form and second is the written form. They both are valid deeds, they both are valid partnership agreements which can be signed by the partners, but the most advisable one is the written form, because it contains the legal written document by the partners, signed by the partners, and it acts as an evidence in the future period of time whenever the conflicts or whenever the disputes arises among the partners. But what about the oral form? Oral form of agreement is also a valid partnership, but yes, it is less reliable as compared to the written form. Written form is the most reliable one because it does not basically creates any disputes or conflicts among the partners, because they know that they have signed in a written manner to the partnership deed, and in the oral form they know that they have agreed in a verbally manner, so they can create any disputes or misunderstandings regarding the specific terms and conditions being agreed by them in a verbally manner during the partnership deed agreement. So taking an example, like there are three partners in a partnership, and first partner decided to get rupees 10,000 as a commission regarding the sales targets, and second decided to get the rupees 20,000, and third decided to get rupees 30,000. If they will complete the targets, they will successfully be getting all the amounts of their commission. So after the future period of time, when they decided or when they completed the particular targets, the partnership firm credited the amount of commission decided by them in a verbal manner in their accounts. So कितनी श्योरिटी है कि जो थर्ड पार्टनर होगा या सेकंड पार्टनर होगा या फर्स्ट पार्टनर होगा, वो कोई डिस्प्यूट जो होगा या कोई मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी वो नहीं अराइज करेगा? येस, देयर आर चांसेस दैट एनी वन ऑफ द पार्टनर विल कम फॉरवर्ड एंड क्रिएट एनी डिस्प्यूट्स रिगार्डिंग द पर्टिकुलर specific amount of commission being agreed by him. Like taking an example with the third type of partner who agreed to rupees 30,000 as a commission. So he came forward and tell the other remaining partners that he have agreed to rupees 35,000. How you have credited rupees 30 to my in my account? So there are chances that it will create the conflicts, because he knows that there is not any legal written document being signed by him. It is just done in a legal verbally manner. So how much is the surety that there will be no particular partner who who will come forward in the future period of time and will not create any disputes or misunderstandings in the partnership firm. Yes, it will create this instability in the partnership firm in the future period of time if the oral form of partnership deed is being signed among the partners, but not in the written form. Written form is the most advisable form of partnership deed because it is a written deed which act as a legal document and which basically governs the particular partnership deed in a legal way and basically eliminates the need of the conflicts and the disputes among the partners because they all have signed it in a legal manner and it in a written form. So these are the particular forms of partnership deed which can act as a partnership forms in a partnership duration. So let's continuing with the further slide. So now students, talking about the importance of the partnership deed, as we all know that partnership deed is one of the most important legal document which basically defines the position of the partners of the firm and governs the partnership firm in a better way and helps the partnership firm to run in a smooth manner because it gives the clarity, it gives the better understanding about all the terms and conditions, about all the different rules and the regulations, rights, duties of all partners in the partnership firm. So first is it helps partners to define the terms of the relationship, that what type of relationship they are enjoying in the partnership firm. It basically is specified by the partnership deed. Second, it regulates the nature of business and liabilities, rights and duties of all partners, that what are the rights of different partners, what are the duties, obligations of the different partners towards the partnership firm, what type of liability they are bearing towards the partnership firm, whether limited or the unlimited liability, in what products or services the partnership firm is being dealing. It all regulated by the partnership deed. Third, it helps to avoid misunderstandings between the partners since all the terms and conditions of the partnership are specified in the deed. Yes, partnership deed specified all things from A to Z. Okay, that is why there are less chances that when the partnership deed is being signed in a written manner by the partners, there are less chances of being of the conflicts or the misunderstandings being arised in the particular partnership firm. Fourth, in the case of a dispute amongst the partners, it will be settled as per the terms of the partnership deed. Yes, partnership deed also specified the manner, also specified the method, that if in case the disputes or the conflicts being arised among the partners in the future period of time regarding any further issue or regarding any further topic, so yes, there are the various ways which the partnership deed specifies to solve that particular dispute among the partners. So it maintains the stability in the partnership firm. Fifth, there will be no confusion between the partners regarding the profit and loss sharing ratio amongst them. Yes, why there will be no confusion? Because partnership deed specifies the profit sharing ratio, specifies the loss sharing ratio, and if in case the partnership deed is silent about the profit and loss sharing ratio, that in what ratio the partners will distribute the profit and loss among them, then the partnership deed means that the profit or the loss will be distributed equally among the partners. Sixth, it mentions the role of each individual partner. Yes, it describes that what type of role each partner is having during the partnership duration. Seventh, it contains the remuneration that is to be paid to partners, thereby avoiding any dispute or confusion. Yes, partnership deed also specified that what type of commission, what amount of salary they will be getting or they will be giving to partners, so thereby avoiding any disputes or confusion or conflicts amongst them, because they have the clarity that what amount they will be getting on their capital or they will be getting as a salary or the commission, or what amount of interest they will be getting on their particular capital being contributed by them. Eighth, it ensures smooth functioning of the firm as the terms and liabilities between partners are in a written form. Yes, again, if the particular partnership deed is being signed in a written form, in a written legal manner, then it helps the particular partnership firm to run in a smooth manner, because all the terms and liabilities are being agreed and are being signed by the partners in a written manner. So there are less chances that there will be any confusion being arised among the partners in the future period of time or during the partnership firm duration. So I think you all have understood the importance of the partnership deed. Let's moving on with the further slide, students. So now students, continuing with the contents of the partnership deed. Contents means the terms and conditions, the particular specifications on which the particular partners have agreed to continue in the partnership firm during the partnership duration. So first is the name of the firm, second is the detail of the partners, business of the firm, sharing of profit and loss, duration of firm, salary and commission, place of business, that where the partnership firm is conducting its operations, capital contribution, that how much the particular capital will be contributed by each of the partner in the partnership firm, duties and obligations of the partners, that means the roles and positions of the partners in the partnership firm. यही बस पार्टनरशिप फर्म या पार्टनरशिप डीड की टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस नहीं होती है जो स्पेसिफाइड होती है. देयर आर अदर टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस ऑल्सो that just depends on the partnership firm, that what type of conditions partnership deed will particularly include according to the partnership firm. Like there are many other terms and conditions, that is auditing of the firm, what type of accounts they will maintain during the partnership firm, that totally depends on the type of partnership firm which is being established by the partners. Just to make you familiar with that what type of content partnership deed includes, इसलिए मैंने just यही कुछ terms and conditions इसमें mention की है. So let's just continuing with the further slide. So students, starting with the first terms and condition, name of the firm. The partners of the firm should decide the firm's name, which follows to the provisions of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Firstly, the name should follow the rules or the provisions of the Partnership Act 1932. It is basically the firm's name on behalf of which the particular partner who is acting as an agent will sign the contract on behalf of the partnership firm. So it should specify the partnership firm's name in the partnership deed. Second, details of the partners. The deed should include details of all the partners, such as their names, their addresses, their designation, their contact numbers, the particular roles and responsibilities, so that it can give the better clarity and understanding to all the partners regarding their position in the partnership firm. Third, sharing of profit and loss. The ratio of sharing profit and loss of the firm amongst partners should be noted in the deed to eliminate the disputes or the conflicts in the future period of time. It can be shared equally amongst all partners or according to the capital contributed ratio or any other agreed ratio. There are different ways in which the particular profit and losses of the partnership firm can be shared. First case is that if the partnership deed is silent regarding the sharing ratio, then it will be shared equally among all the partners, and if the ratio has been decided in the partnership deed regarding the profit and loss, then it will be shared according to it or the capital contributed by all the partners. Then fourth, business of the firm. The deed should mention the business that the firm undertake. It may be dealing with producing goods or rendering services. It is depending on the partnership firm that what type of business the partnership firm is dealing in, that producing goods or rendering services. It should specify that particular product or particular business which is being undertaken by the partnership firm in the future period of time. Then duration of the firm. The deed should mention the duration of the partnership firm, that is if the firm is constituted for a limited period or for a specific project, that is known as the particular partnership, or for an unlimited period, that is means partnership at will, which we have discussed in the previous video, that there are two types of partnerships on the basis of the duration. First is the partnership at will, and second is the particular partnership. So it should be mentioned in the partnership deed that for what duration or for what time period the particular partnership has been established, if it is for a particular partnership, and if it is for an unlimited period, then also it should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Then salary and commission. The salary and commission can be paid to the partners based on their role, capabilities, or any other capacity. The particular salary, the particular commission to each partner should be specified clearly in the partnership deed, just to eliminate the confusion among all the partners, and it should be according to their position, according to their role, and according to their capabilities and the knowledge. Then last is admission, death, and retirement of the partners. The deed should mention the date of admission of the partner, that when the partner or the new partner should be admitted in the partnership firm to expand, or the rules and the regulations governing the admission of a new partner, that when the particular new partner will be admitted in the partnership firm, then what type of sharing ratio or profit ratio will be shared among the partners. Then resignation or changes after the death of a partner of the firm, that if the particular partner dies or retired, then what type of gaining ratio or what type of sacrificing ratio will be signed, or what type of rules and regulations will be governing during that type of situation. So I think you all have understood this partnership deed topic. So in the further videos we will be talking more about the partnership, that different type of partners. So till then, all the best students, and just continue your revision regarding the partnership topic or the previous topic, that is sole proprietorship. Till then, all the best students, and thank you.